Welcome, everybody. We certainly appreciate you all coming to this special event. And you have to realize that this event would not be possible without your participation and contributions. You've made this possible. Thank you very much. I am Norman Yule, and this is my fourth year as president of the Scholarship Fund. This is our 9th year of giving scholarships. And 2 or 3 residents asked me if we could give a little history of the Scholarship Fund. So I'm going to give you a very, very brief history. But before I do that, I'd like to show our appreciation to Linda for the piano playing. On April 3rd, 2013, there was a special meeting of the Resident Council in Executive Director Richard Finn's office, at which time a motion was passed to establish a not-for-profit scholarship fund to support Southport Square employees. Articles of incorporation and sample bylaws were received from a Brookdale corporate attorney. Copies went to Marilyn Hill, the late Marilyn Hill.
What? Late?
Oh, she's not here.
Oh, they sent out the Maryland Hill?
Did you say Maryland Hill?
I think he's confusing her with
Yes, Marilyn Hill. Marilyn Hill was, and her husband were crucial in the planning of the scholarship fund.
Did she pass away?
No.
Oh, there was two Maryland Hills.
She's supposed to come back today.
There's another Marilyn Hill. Anyway, a planning committee was set up. And the incorporation was done, was filed, and it was accepted on June 25th, 2013. And then a planning committee was set up, and Marilyn Hill was chair of that. Doug Young was recommended by Charlotte Community Foundation to be our financial advisor. In December 2013, the first board of directors was elected by Southport Square residents. Betty Brooks was our first president. Tax-exempt status was granted in 2014 by the IRS. The first scholarships were given in 2015, 4 scholarships of $500 each. Then again, in 2016, 4 more scholarships were given of $500 each. In 2017, that was a bad year. Irma hit Southport Square, Irma the hurricane. And it was also a bad year for the scholarship fund. Mary Renfer and Susan Layton were president and vice president, and both got very ill, and the treasurer resigned. Peggy Harris, who at that time was president of the resident council, came to the rescue and solicited several volunteers to serve as a scholarship fund board in 2018. Thank you, Peggy. Barry Dasher was named president and served as 2018 and 2019. In 2018, 4 scholarships of $1,500 each were granted. In 2019, 8 scholarships of $940 each were given. In 2020, 7 scholarships of $1,000 each were given. In 2021, 14 scholarships of $2,000 each were given. However, I should mention, at the end of 2021, I think it was November, we received a significant bequest of over $300,000 from the estate of Betty Brooks. Remember, Betty Brooks was the first president of the Scholarship Fund. In 2022, we were able to give 18 scholarships of $2,000 each. And this year, we are able to give, we're keeping the trend of giving more scholarships each year. And this year, it was 21 scholarships of $2,000 each. The fund is incorporated, and you should realize that all residents of independent living and assisted living are members of the corporation. It's your corporation. With that, I would like to turn it over to Bob McIntosh, our Vice President, who is also going to be our MC.
Thank you, Norman. First thing I'd like to do today is introduce this distinguished board that represents this group. First of all, we have Norm Yule, who is our president currently. Chester DeWitt is our treasurer. Louise Ray, our assistant treasurer. Nancy Case, our secretary. Peggy Harris, our assistant secretary. Bob Kogler, who's our director at large. And Karen McCarty, who's the chair of our selection committee. Just one more time before they sit, I'd like to just give them all another good round of applause. Thank you. It's my pleasure to chair this committee today. I haven't been with this board very long, but Norm decided to exercise his presidential powers and said, Bob, I think you ought to MC this thing. So here I am. It's really, I think, a great thing that we have here. And we have great young people that work day in and day out to care for us. And I think that in itself should be gratifying to each one of us. We have a young lady with us today that is one of us, has been here at Southport Square for a while, and she's spent a lot of her time involved in the teaching career. So I want to spend just a few minutes giving you a background on Janice. Janice was born in Indiana. She certainly is a Hoosier by showing that she graduated from Purdue University, received her BA and an MA, graduated from Indiana University, received a BS and PhD, and she received 2 scholarships. And I think that's what I want to say to these young people over here. Here's a gal that did win 2 scholarships, one from Purdue and one from the Ford Foundation. She went to the University of Madrid for 1 year and studied over there. And then she spent a year in Columbia. So she knows all about what scholarships mean to people like yourselves. So I think that we have a very capable speaker here today to be able to share some of those things with you. Janice majored in Spanish and French and had degrees in both Spanish and French literature. She also has an MS in teaching English as a second language. She's lived in many parts of the world, but I think one of the things that she feels is the greatest accomplishment she had, and that is she was able to teach 7,000 college students across the world. 7,000. So I think that says everything that we want to know about our speaker. And I would like to now ask Janice to come up and say a few words to these young people.
You have shown by your motivation and dedication to building your future by completing the steps required to pursue this scholarship. You have followed in the footsteps of the young Abraham Lincoln, who affirmed, "I will study, I will get ready, and perhaps my chance will come." That's what you are doing. You are getting ready to be able to grab an opportunity when it appears. I would recommend that even after you have fulfilled your first goal, you continue to study, whether in college or not. Maintain those skills that you have already learned. Keep yourself sharp. At the same time, I believe that it is necessary to be always looking for something else you might be learning. You never know when a job might open up if you have prepared yourself in several areas. One of my students at a local college said to me that she had applied to be the principal in an elementary school in Fort Myers. There were 10 other well-qualified people up for the job. But she came and told me that she had been selected for the job because she had taken 2 semesters of Spanish with me in college. She was the only one. Of the other 10 people, none of them had taken it. She had one more qualification that none of the others had. So try to find out other areas you might learn something in, just in case. A few decades ago, I was working very, very hard, almost to the point of exhaustion. But still, I kept up my skills in French and even did some volunteer work. While I was volunteering, a person happened to tell me that there was an opening in teaching French. Within 2 days, I had a new job, 1/2 the work, and 3 times the salary. Wow. So yes, I believe that it's really important to obtain your formal training, but also to maintain as many of all of your skills as you can. Volunteer if you possibly can. And without sounding proud, let people know what you can do. In my home growing up, my parents emphasized learning. For them, if a day passed and they hadn't learned something, it was a wasted day. Now just a little side note. I'd like to mention that you might have to be somewhat careful about that idea of letting people know what you know how to do, the different things you can do. Keep somewhere in the back of your mind to watch out and not let people take advantage of you. Because some people definitely will. They'll take advantage of your good nature. It's okay to help out, but some people just like to take their half out of the middle and abuse your goodwill and generosity. So just be careful. Now back to the main topic. I continue to think that it is necessary to live proactively, to be ready when the opportunity comes along, to live proactively, because you can probably find and maybe even make more opportunities for yourself. This reminds me of Jean Kennedy Smith, who was the 8th of 9 children of Joseph and Mother Rose Kennedy, sister to Jack and Robert Kennedy. She was talking to the United States ambassador to the United Nations, and she advised the ambassador, don't waste any time. Find people that want to do things. Find people that actually want to do things. You might find something important. You might learn something important. Perhaps even brand new ideas from people who want to do things. I always thought that I could learn just something from just about anyone. Just about anyone. A positive or even a negative lesson about something that I really didn't want to do at all. So therefore, it's always good to have your ears perked and your eyes open. An idea can come from anywhere. An idea can come from anywhere. If the program you want to try turns out negatively, you can still learn from it. When I was young, we'd say, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Each time a different way. You can learn from experience even if it doesn't turn out the way you'd like it to. But don't let the negative get you down. Resilience is so important. Sometime or times in your life, circumstances or people will hurt you. Hopefully, you will know what makes you strong. You will face those hard times and you will stand firm. There's a little story that means a great deal to me. Perhaps you've heard it. The story emphasizes this idea of resilience. Keeping on, persisting. There was a poor farmer who had a donkey. One day the donkey fell into the well, an old well. The well had some water at the bottom of it, and he wasn't badly hurt, so the donkey didn't die. But the farmer had no machines to extract the poor creature. Then the farmer had an idea. He took a shovel and he rained some dirt down on the back of the donkey. The donkey felt the dirt and shook it off. The farmer kept working for hours. Each time that the dirt came down, the donkey shook off the dirt. And he stepped up a little higher. This continued until finally, the donkey just stepped out of the well. So the point is, when people hurt you, shake off that dirt and just step up. Show the positives where the negatives were. So, congratulations to you all. We wish you well on your continued journey. We know that you will make a positive difference in many other lives.
Thank you, Denise. What a great message for you young folks. God bless you in your efforts. Now it's time for me to call on Karen McCarty, who will make the awards.
Good afternoon. Am I in the right spot? Can you hear me? It's nice to look out and see so many come in here to appreciate our award recipients. And I am so proud to be the one to give you these awards, and so proud of all of you. I'm getting a little too close to them because it's getting pretty emotional each year. The first one I'd like to call is Abigail Britton.
Hello, everyone. I would like to start off by saying thank you to Southbridge Square and the Scholarship Committee to award me with this scholarship this year. This upcoming year, I will be joining and attending my junior year at Florida Southwestern State College, pursuing my degree in elementary education. I would love to work with children of various backgrounds to be their best versions of themselves. And I want to educate children and give them the fundamental skills to prepare them to be great citizens in this upcoming modern world. Again, I would like to say thank you to Southbridge Square and all of its residents for helping me be one step closer in my career. Thank you.
Our next recipient is Trinity Brewer.
Hi. How are you? I'm a little nervous. Thank you. I need a purpose speech, so I'm gonna wing it. I've been here for a little over 2 years now, and you all have been a huge part of my life. I've grown close to all of you. You're like family. I am going into USF, University of South Florida, for a marketing degree, and I actually have taken ACE classes and college level classes in high school, so I'm actually a sophomore at 18 years old at my college already right now. I've worked very hard. I am full-time and still in school, so very proud of that. But I want to thank all of you for being there for me and understanding even in my hard times. And the scholarship committee, you've given me a generous amount of money, and I'm so thankful. And my parents, my family, they've always been there with me as well. And so I just want to give a big thanks, and I wish I could hug you all right now, because I feel like I'm gonna cry. But I really love all of you, and thank you very much.
And I'm proud to introduce someone I met 2 years ago when Bill was in memory care, and she was an outstanding nurse, and I'm so proud that she did apply this year and got the scholarship. Tila Brown.
As you know, my name is Tila. I'm one of the nurses in the memory care unit, AL. I've been an LPN for about 3 years now. Right now, I'm currently enrolled in an RN program. I got about 5 months left. So I'm just trying to study hard and finish out strong. So I'm very appreciative to you guys, to everybody. And I did type a little something out real quick. I would just like to say a few words if that's okay. I'm so very honored and appreciative to have received the scholarship. I thank you for your time, support, and most importantly, your faith that is invested in me to continue my journey as a nurse and to grow not only intellectually, but as a professional individual. This opportunity you have given me will always be held close to my heart and mind as I grow. So thank you very much.
And now it's somebody that you all know too, is Jody Ann Claudius.
Good afternoon, everyone. No matter how much I do this, it doesn't get easier, but my name is Jody Ann. I've been working here at Southport for about 3 years now. I'm in the activities department under the leadership of Sina, and I can say that there's never a dull moment. I'm currently in school at SCF for nursing, and I'm continuing to work my way up to be a pediatrician. From a very young age, I've always loved children, and one day I just decided that I wanted to devote my life to taking care of them and helping their health. I faced many challenges on my way here, but each one of them has only strengthened me to make me the better person I am today. I'm sorry. Earning this scholarship would not have been possible without your help and the inspiration that I've received from colleagues, friends, families, as well as all the residents here at Southport, who I have the deepest respect for. I feel extremely grateful to work in such an establishment where I have people that care about my accomplishments just like my own family would. And I'm very thankful to be standing here in front of you accepting this scholarship. Thank you.
Now I'd like to introduce Kristen Courtright.
Hello, it's a lot of people. Hi, I'm Kristen Courtright. I've worked here at Southport for 14 years. I began in the admissions department, and then I moved over to social services in the health center. My daughter is now 17. She's going to be a senior in high school. So, you know, with her being older, and Christopher and I decided that, you know, I could go back to school. So in 2021, I decided to go back to school to pursue computer science because I want to be a software engineer. You know, with technology, there's a lot of great things that can come out of it. I mean, even your watches. Look at your watches, they have little computer chips in them that are programmed in C programming. And there's just so much that you can do with it between medical and, I just want to make things that help people. I want to create things, I want to learn every day. And so that's why I picked the major. So far, while I've attended, I'm a senior currently at Florida International University, that's located in Miami, and I do all my classes online. I have 2 more classes left after this semester, and then I will have graduated. During my degree, I have learned programming virtual machines, database administration. I've learned coding in C, C#, F#, Java, you name the language, I've learned it. So I just wanted to thank you because after the hurricane hit, we had lost everything, and my family and I. So it put us behind financially. So before, while we were paying for for the schooling. You know, these last 2 semesters are gonna be exceptionally hard. So from the bottom of my heart and from my family, we are so grateful and appreciative. So, thank you.
One of our recipients is Catherine Johnson, and she isn't here today. So I'd like to introduce Kristen Cuny.
Hello, everybody. So, I started this job 8 months ago when I went back to school to be an emergency medical technician. I started this job and I thought it was going to be a one-off job. I'd get my degree and I'd go to the hospital. Since then, I have made so many new friends and relationships, and I would not trade this job for anything at this moment. This job has opened so many different doors and opportunities for me to further my career and my education, and for that I'm very thankful for. I'm very thankful for all of you for giving me this opportunity. I have decided to go back to school in January to go to fire school, so I will be a fighter and emergency medical technician, and after that I will be going back to school for a paramedic. So I'm very excited for all of the doors that have opened from getting this job. Thank you, guys.
And now I'd like to introduce Deanna Mars.
Hello, my name is Deanna. I'm the admissions coordinator over at Harbor Health and Skilled Nursing. I've been back at Southport for 2 years now. I love Southport. I love all of my residents and all of the residents at Southport. And I really appreciate the love you've shown me with the scholarship and helping me with school. I'm currently enrolled online at Pikes Peak Community College. I'm taking classes online and to become a geriatric social worker. So I'm glad to say I'm finally 50% done with my associate's degree. It's taken me a very long time working full-time and doing school online. So thank you very much for the scholarship and helping me achieve my goals. Thank you.
Our next recipient is Emily Smith, and she isn't here today, but she also received one last year too. So we're really proud of her, and usually if they're not here, it's a good reason. So I'll introduce Alyssa Springhill. And just for note, her husband is the night security at Gables West, and that's important too.
Yes, my husband is Sean. I'm sure many of you have met him. My name is Alyssa. I have met most of you, I believe. I am the Human Resources Generalist here. I have been here since March of last year, and I have fallen in love with this community. As soon as I stepped foot on this campus, I knew this is where I was supposed to be. I want to say thank you so much to all of you for creating this scholarship and giving us the opportunity to be able to accept this scholarship and finish our education and move on with our education. I am proud to say that after a very long time, I finally finished my associate's degree in business management. I had a lot of roadblocks, and after 13 years, I'm finally a college graduate. At the end of the year, I'm going to complete my Society for Human Resources Management certificate, and in January, I'm going to start my bachelor's degree for Human Resources Management at Linnet University online. I am so thankful for everything this community has given me in the year and a half that I've been here, and I can't wait to grow further in my education and further with this community. I cannot imagine being anywhere else right now. Thank you all so much.
And last but not least is Rashida Wendt from Gables East Concierge.
so much for the scholarship. I can't believe I actually thought about not doing it because I want to be a writer, which doesn't require a college degree. It's just that I started my college degree over 30 years ago, and it's something that I didn't finish. I attempted 121 credits and I got 115. So I'm like, I need to just finish. So FGCU has something called the FGCU Complete program, which has an integrated studies program for people like myself who have started the degree but didn't finish. And so they just require you to take 30 credits, which is 10 classes, well, at least 30 credits and finish. So it seems like it's a general studies degree, but I found something online of geriatrics and gerontology, which I'm very interested in. And I think I'm going to go in that direction. So I just want to say thank you so much.
I want to thank all of our recipients for sharing their stories because I think that's really important. We can't imagine what they're going through to achieve these degrees. And I think they're already following in Janice's words. I think we should be really proud of them and give them a big hand.
You did good. You did good. Every one of you. We're proud of you. You know, we want you to know that our engagement with you folks goes way beyond that financial incentive of the scholarship. We love you guys. And we want to be part of you. We want to understand what's happening with you. So if somebody sees you around SPS here and asks you how things are going, don't be timid. Tell them. Let them know how you're doing. We want to be able to support you. We want to be your cheerleaders. So God bless each one of you. Thank you. Following the program, we'd like to invite all of you to come up and meet these young people. This is a class act up here, believe me. Spend some time with them, get to know them a little bit. While we're having some drinks and snacks together, mill around and chat with these young folks some. We thank you all for coming out. We thank you for being part of this, and we thank you support for the scholarship fund.